go for that. So like, it's good. That's probably one of my favorites, because who wants to be manipulated? Some of you are probably like, what is an empath? An empath is an individual that can sense the experience and feelings of others. This is caused by neurons. Neurons are cells in the brain that receive messages from the body and sense organs. So yeah, I'm a psych major, but I still be having to make sure I'm reading the correct terms, so stall me. Our sense organs respond to external stimuli and relay messages to our nervous system. Whenever the body experiences something, a message will flash through the nervous system and go to the brain, where the neurons light up in response. According to the American Psychology Association, the mind mirror neurons activate in our brain, allowing humans to connect with others humans and to experience what they're experiencing. People who are highly sensitive have more amount of these mirror neurons, and that aids in them feeling the emotions of others. So now I'm going to go over the difference between a highly sensitive person and then an empath. Highly sensitive people may sympathize others' pains, but they will not feel it as if it's their own. So if you think you're highly sensitive, or you know you are, or if you know you are, think, am I good at just rationalizing these person's feelings, or am I actually feeling what they're feeling? Empaths are very highly sensitive people, but highly sensitive people sometimes are not empaths. Let's go over the difference between sympathy and empathy. Sympathy is the ability to feel sorry for someone. Empathy is actually experiencing it as if it was your own pain. So with that being said, feeling sorry for someone is not beneficial when you're trying to build an emotional connection, because it's just, okay, you feel sorry for them, but do you actually empathize and feel what they are feeling? You gotta ask yourself that. So like I said, just seeing someone like saying, oh, I feel sorry for you, perception without communication is not efficient when building a strong connection, because it's like you're not trying to put yourself not in their shoes, but like get on their level for the moment and, you know, build an empathetic connection. You're not able to if you just sympathize for them instead of empathize with them. And to a certain extent, all humans can empathize with other humans. But however, there are like different levels of empathy. Empaths feel the like highest level, or like one of the highest levels of empathy. But right now I'm gonna go over like the empathetic like scale. I also meant to say you can experience empathy on different levels depending on the situation. It's not just set in stone how you feel about something. That would be kind of weird. We're human at the end of the day. So level 1 is low, little to no awareness. Level 2 is moderate or low level, minimal realization. Level 3 is reciprocal level of empathetic response, so it's kind of mirrored at the same level. Level 4 is reasonably high empathetic response, so it's the ability to reflect the real and underlying feelings of another. And then level 5 is an elevated empathetic response. It's a precise reflection of sentiment plus underlying feelings in greater depth. So with that being said, you are not set to feel one level of empathy based off, like, it's not set in stone. It varies depending on the situation. So me going over that, you can probably resonate, because there's certain times where you feel something really bad, like not really bad, but like you feel something really heavily from someone, and there's other times where you can't really empathize with them, but that's because it varies on the scale. Okay, I'm gonna start with the first empath type now, because just like there's different levels of empathy, there's different types of empaths. First is the emotional empath. They take on the emotions of others, and they may feel drained around prolonged time around being like around negative energy. They can just take all that on emotionally. 2 is physical empaths. They notice the experience of others, but instead of it feeling it emotionally, they'll feel physical symptoms in that matter. They manifest rather than emotional. They feel the pain of others, literally. Okay, another type of empaths are the third type, and they're intuitive empaths. They take on the thoughts of what people are thinking before and feeling. Not just thinking and feeling, and can pick up negativity and stress when they're in a room. Like, they can just sense it. Like, ooh, like you never walk into a room and you can literally cut the energy with a knife. You know that expression? Hopefully you guys know that expression, because they're like, wow, it was so tense, I can just cut it with a knife. Like, yeah, I like that saying. But and then another one would be plant and earth empaths. They feel plant and earth needs. So like they feel a creature suffering around them, or the planet is, if the planet is experiencing imbalances, they'll feel that. And they can feel when an earthquake is about to happen. Like they'll get some type of sensation in their body. Like me personally, I didn't really want to talk about myself because I feel like I categorize into all of these. That's why I'm making a video, because I can experience on like another level. But every time before it's about to rain, I either get really sleepy, I cry, or my body feels like, you know, when you're about to get the flu, like I feel like I'm about to get sick, but then it goes away as soon as the rain happens. So I know when it's gonna rain. Earthquakes, yeah, I don't know. You can kind of feel weird, but like no, the rain 100%, I know when it's gonna rain. I think it's funny because I'm a water moon, so like I feel like it ties hand in hand for some reason. Although even if you resonate with more than one of these empath types, you are human at the end of the day. So it's not good to place boxes around humans, because you're still human at the end of the day. So don't just like feel like you need to confide to one, or if I don't feel this one, like why don't I feel that type? Like you're human. Just experience, live, and just, you know, life and stuff. Some may ask, were empaths born or created? And there's 3 possibilities. One can be that their temperament. So if you're a temperamental person and you're born into this world just being easily more sensitive than the next, then it's natural that that gift was given to you as you're like born, because you're just sensitive. Another one would be genes. It can be genetically passed down. That's another reason. And then 3, if you've had certain traumatic experiences, it can cause your nervous system to naturally react or just modify your sensitivity levels. I like to talk about the good and the bad. So I'm gonna start with some struggles that an empath may come across. So low self-esteem. Because some empaths have low self-esteem because they have codependency. Oh wait, that's the next one. Oops, I was gonna get ahead. I wrote in my notes, y'all, so you don't think that I'm cheating. I wrote all my notes because I was reading a book and I was just like, wow, this is really like, it's speaking to me. So I wrote everything that I want to talk about with y'all in my notes, and I'm going in order so I can make sure I say everything that I want to say and share, because I feel like this is really like, it's a topic that many don't talk about and a lot experience. So like, you know. Now let's go over some of the reasons why an empath may experience low self-esteem. Since empaths are put in situations where others don't have to experience, sometimes it's easier to downplay how they're feeling and how their experiences around them, because other people don't have that. So it's just like, yeah, let me just, you know, the idea of comparison is what takes away like low-key their joy, because that's, you're not supposed to compare yourself to no one, because at the end of the day, you're you and they're them. We're all one, but not in this case, because you should compare yourself to other people. Another reason would be because when empaths engage in conversations, they take a piece of that conversation with them, like a sponge in water. They're absorbing what they took from that conversation. So if someone's having a negative, like if you're having a negative conversation, that's why they say you're not supposed to gossip and you're not supposed to just engage in low vibrational ways of the mouth, because you're engaging in that and you're low-key just absorbing all of that and taking it in, and that's not positive. So yeah, since empaths absorb, sometimes what they're feeling is not even theirs. Like their low self-esteem, they're just experiencing what they just picked up from a conversation. Okay, another struggle of being an empath would be the codependency. Yeah, I know, it's me. Codependency can be good, but like most time it's talked in not a good way. So basically, when it comes to empaths, they don't understand what makes them unique. So they go to others to seek validation, to make themselves feel worthy, or just to like boost their ego. Like they go to others to make themselves feel better. And in this case, they lose their sense of boundaries. I myself have been a victim to having bad boundaries, so, and I've corrected them. So I feel like you can create boundaries if you're like a person that's not able to have boundaries. Because me, I used to not have boundaries like at all. Like that was not existent. That was not even a concept to me. But now I understand and I stress the importance of having boundaries to everyone now, because it's so, you gotta have boundaries. Simple. But yeah, back on the boundaries and being codependent. Empaths assume that they're lacking something, so they're gonna go to the other person, and in this sense, they're neglecting their personal needs to attend to the person and like make the other person feel more special than what they probably really are, because they're losing themselves. So if you lose yourself, it's like you're gonna just go to the next. So another struggle of empaths would be anxiety. Since empaths can feel the positive and the nourishment of things around them, they can also take on the stress and the despair. So sometimes empaths aren't able to control their sensitivity to what's around them, and it causes them to be overstimulated. And yeah, if that's what you're constantly feeling, then you're gonna be on edge. So it's good to have a healthy conscience, because if not, you're gonna be paranoid and you're gonna always be like on edge and like frantic and stuff like that of that nature. And sometimes empaths, they feel if their energy is not wanted, then they don't feel safe. Like if they're trying to help someone and someone like declines it, or like they mention something and it's just not taken well, then they're going to feel like they're not safe in their body, or they're not safe to express themselves, and that causes anxiety. And lastly, another struggle of being an empath can be resentment. When you lack boundaries, you are more prone to resent people, because you're not going to understand why you're taking on the heavy load that you're experiencing. You're going to just be like, feel like you're being burdened, and like there's no way to like escape what you're feeling because of what you may picked up from someone else. It might not even be your feelings that you're feeling. Like, you ever just feel like, oh my gosh, anxiety again, like you just feel anxiety for no reason. It could be someone around you, but you don't understand that because you might lack boundaries. I'm gonna tell you again, you need boundaries, because without boundaries you have nothing. I'm telling you. But the feeling of resentment stems from lack of boundaries. It's me. I'm gonna talk again about boundaries. I just feel like you have to have balance. It's good to take on things, not to just block yourself off from stuff. Like, that's not what a boundary is. Boundary is not just completely shutting something off. It's just having the perfect sense and balance of like, okay, this is for me, but I don't need this right now. Or knowing that's not for me, but it might be for me later. Like, that's a boundary. When you have to have boundaries, especially when you're an empath, extremely, because people will try to take your energy or like use your energy for their own needs and leave you feeling low. So I just feel like just having a boundary allows you to keep your energy, and like when you are in a position to where you can like share it, then you can, but like you shouldn't be sharing your energy if you're not 100% within yourself. Okay, enough of all that. Let's talk about the strengths of being empath. Number one would of course be intuition. Not only do empaths have the gut feeling that comes with like knowing, they're also able to take the feelings and information that they know about others to, predict. Intuition is a perception, truth, and independent reasoning and understanding the gut feeling. That's what that is. So empaths are just elite in that category when it comes to their intuition, if they're exercising it correctly. Okay, another one would be being a good healer. When you have healthy boundaries and you care and respect yourself, you're able to help others, like I said. Being a good listener is a good healer. Being able to listen and internalize and empathize for what someone's experiencing is beautiful. It's just good to be able to help people and have people come to you to seek help. Like, that, you should feel good about that. And it's just naturally. People, you just know when you're a healer, because people or animals just naturally gravitate to you. Okay, it's my favorite. Another thing that comes with being empath, like a strength, is you're not easily manipulated. You're able to see through people and see what's to come, and you're able to pick up on their behaviors, their emotions, their patterns, their body languages, anything. You're able to pick that up, their facial expressions, all of that. You use those tools to be able to see like, nah, this is hoax. This is a hoax. I don't go for that. So like, it's good. That's probably one of my favorites, because who wants to be manipulated? And lastly, you're highly creative when you're empath. Since you're able to see just more than the normal person, you're able to be good in like the arts, like music, writing, anything that allows you to express yourself and be creative, you're just gonna be successful in it because you're gifted. Okay, with being empath, you need to be mentally resilient. The definition of mental resilience is the ability to experience a problematic situation and bounce back from hardship. So that doesn't mean ignore your feelings, go numb, but you have to feel it, then move through it. There's no just sitting with your feelings and just, oh, why me, feeling so sorry for yourself. You need to be thinking of what's next to come after you face a hardship, because what is next to come? It has to be positive, not more negative. You can't think more negative thoughts in this moment, but you need to like, wow, what's next? How can I grow from this? That's one of my affirmations. I am learning and growing from everything I have and have yet to experience. That's literally the whole line, because I'm healing, learning, and growing. Like, that's what this whole journey is about, learning and experiencing and stuff. So like, it's just mental resilience is being able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, you gotta know there's darkness. Like, know that the darkness you're experiencing is gonna have gold at the end of it. Like, what's your end goal from being in this position? You can't just want to be in the position and then feel sorry for yourself and just sit and never become nothing because of that experience. You gotta like, what movie is that from? And if you knock me over, I will get Trolls. That's from Trolls. That's literally what I was just thinking of when I was saying that, because what? You gotta keep going. And I'm not saying ignore your reality, because if you ignore something, repress it, bloop, just toss to the side, it's gonna still be right there when you turn around. So you do have to move through. Like I said, you can ignore temporarily, but you need to eventually come back to that and handle it, because finding loopholes do not work. You just gotta know how to bounce back, be resilient. That's another good trait that you gotta install in yourself. Another thing I want to share, being myself, you can't get too caught up in people's feelings. You will go crazy trying to make sure everyone around you is straight, how they're feeling, what do they feel about me, like, do they need my help, how can I service them? Like, you will go crazy trying to put people first, not put them first, but like really trying to focus on others and their feelings. It will cause you to miss out on a lot of yourself. So I'm not saying reserve yourself, but you do need to reserve your energy when it comes to certain situations, because some situations do not require your attention. That's what I had to learn last year. Not everything that calls for me is required my help. I can acknowledge something and like, I can acknowledge it, but doesn't mean I need to help in that situation. And I don't feel bad at all, and you shouldn't either, by setting healthy boundaries. Like, with being empath, you're a healer, so you got to make sure you're setting boundaries, because there's gonna be a lot of situations that requires you to heal, but you're gonna have to like put yourself first and not feel bad, because you're not gonna get punished for not being able to help someone, especially if you're not in a position yourself. Now, if you're just deliberately ignoring someone and you know that you can help it or help the situation, then I'm not saying do that at all. Like, you should always, don't be, the point of having a gift is to share with others. Don't like not share yourself with the world. That's not fair. It's not right. I haven't did a video like this in a very long time, so like, I'm like, I don't want to sound condescending, but like, I have a good relation. That's why I call myself the balanced brown skin, because I feel like I have a good, well, also because my natal chart, my femininity and masculinity is literally 50-50, but like, I just feel like I have a good sense of the world, like I know how to see good and bad, and I'm not just on one side. I'm literally able to dabble in both. So that's why when I give advice, I'd be like, but this, because you need to make sure you're seeing it from all angles. If you're just one-sided or one-minded, like, that's not it. That sucks. No offense to those who like to be on one side of the fence, but you gotta have a balance, because you're gonna block your blessings when you just choose to stick to one. If you can't change, you stunt yourself. I'm gonna leave it at that. I was gonna include how to recharge as an empath in this video, but I feel like I want to make this look again like a series, because it's a lot, and editing wise, I want to just like not talk y'all to death. I hate when people just yap. So I will make it how to recharge being an empath, and like, if you need me to elaborate on the empath types or like whatever you guys want me to, I can just make that another part, because yeah, I've said a lot so far. But yeah, thanks for watching. My next vlog drops. I'm gonna start, like, hear me out, y'all. To be more consistent with YouTube, I'm gonna drop like an informative video, and I'm gonna drop my vlogs too, because I know some people follow me to hear me talk about like spiritual stuff, and I have not been talking about that. I've just been posting vlogs because, like, I don't know, I like my life. So I'm gonna do both so I can cater to both people that watch, you know, both types. And I don't know, I'm gonna do some other series, you guys. I'm sorry, I got a new tattoo. I was gonna do a vlog of me getting tatted and stuff, but I don't know what happened. I was just getting my camera and know how to work it, and I think I deleted it or something. But like, yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.